Still live.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah, put it. Shalom, if you can. Go on there.
Check it right now.
Yeah, that's up. Sorry, I'm crazy. Can y'all hear now? Testing 1 2 1 2 3. You understand? We good? Once again, we ISUPK, we teaching about how hell is a condition and it's not a place where you go underground to get tormented day in and day out. That's Christianity. That's BS, and it's not real according to the scriptures in the Bible. In the Bible, hell is a condition. All throughout the Bible, hell is a condition. It's not a place where you go with fiery and things like that. And we're going to get where they came from and where it derived from. You understand? We're going to get how, why that's made up. But first, we want to know, why do you believe that? Why do you believe that hell is underground and you on fire day in and day out, which is beyond me. You're on fire day in and day out. When are you gonna die then? You understand? So we're gonna prove it in Romans 1 and 25. We're gonna just get to the whole thing of it. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie?
Who changed the truth into the Most High into a lie? Who changed the truth into a lie? Who did? It's someone that did. You know who did? The Sadducees and Pharisees. The white man. Let's get that selected. You understand? The oppressor.
Right.
Did. Who else? You understand? Like I said, the Sadducees and Pharisees. You understand? Go ahead.
And worship and serve the creature more than the Creator.
You understand? Let's get 2 Galatians chapter 3 and verse 1. We're going to get this off the bat so we can, you know what I mean? So we can prove. And, all right, Baba Kasha, can I get, you should know the truth and the truth should set you free? Baba Kasha, if I could. Go ahead. Yep.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 3 and verse 1. Oh, foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you?
Who bewitched you, man? Go ahead.
That ye should not obey the truth.
That you should not obey the truth, man. Just like these Christians, man. Who tricked these Christians? Who tricked black people, Hispanic people,
right,
and Native American Indian people, that they should not obey the truth? That they not should obey the truth, man. Who did it? You're going to have to realize who did it. And once you realize who did it, you should not mess with those people anymore.
Right.
You should not deal with them anymore. You should listen to real people. ISUPK. You understand? Go ahead.
Before whose eyes Yahweh Mashiach have been evidently set for us.
It's like it. So who bewitched you, man? I'm gonna tell you who did, man. I'm gonna tell you who lied to you. You got that, all right?
John 8:32, right?
It should be, yeah. Who changed the truth into? The truth should set you free.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. Written in red.
Written in
red. You
red.
shall know the truth.
This was Christ said, man. Christ, Yahweh Shai, the one that came for the world. You understand? Which is only Israel. But go ahead.
And the truth shall make you free.
And the truth shall make you free, man. You understand? Read it again.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And you should know the truth. The Lord said you should know the truth, and the truth should let you free. What you need to know about hell is not real. What the Christian church says it is. Christian church says hell is a place where when you die, You have to live out your punishment forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Ain't no way out of hell, and you have to serve. You have to be in hell, in darkness, and your skin get peeled off of you day in. What else they say? What hell is? Your skin get peeled off of you. Yeah, it screams and loud noises, and forever burning in hell, forever and ever and ever. That's a lie. Go ahead.
If I may,
Go ahead.
they also say about hell that basically people like Adolf Hitler is in hell, but somebody as wicked as everybody's grandmother, grandfather, and whatnot ain't in hell. They just in a better place. Like, if I may, I always thought that really stood out to me because it's like, man, what did your mother do that anything in comparison to your house Mashiach? We supposed to go strictly footstep by footstep what your house did, and not lean to the left or to the right in the slightest. So like
That's real. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get into that too. So when it come out again, bring it out again. All right. So once again, we're gonna bring out what hell is. What hell is? You understand? We're gonna bring it out. Go ahead. You done on that?
okay.
Read it again.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And what you gonna be free from? Hell, man. You know what I'm saying? The lies of Christianity that your preacher tell you every Sunday. Your preacher tell you every Sunday that this mystical place, this this magical place that you're gonna go to when you die, you're gonna go to. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go to because you've been a bad person, because you sinned, because you've been evil, because you did this and this and did that. But they don't tell you that was all made up by Devante. It was made up. Listen, man, it was made up by Devante, man. It was a poem written for only the rich of people. You know what I'm saying? The rich that was living. You understand? We're going to get it. We're going to get all into it, right? Let's get into it. It was an evil plot. You know what I'm saying? Back in the late 1300s by a so-called Edomite. You understand? It was by a so-called Edomite that made hell up. You understand? And you should know that it's been made by Edomite because he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he's the only one that can make these type of, wicked things up. Because all these things was things. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get way into it, right? So we're gonna get 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 16, right? We're gonna get 2 Peter chapter 1 and 16. Because we don't need to believe in this. Black people, you shouldn't believe in this, man. It's not meant for you to believe in. You understand? Tell me when you got it.
Sir. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 16. For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach.
So Paul is speaking to brothers in the school. We have not followed cunning and devised fables. What is a fable? Hell. Listening to people like Dante. You understand? You got to realize that Dante and St. Thomas, you know what I'm saying, they, through the Roman Catholic Church, has spread these lies. This mystical place, when you die, you go. You know what I'm saying? That's a fable. If you sin against the Most High, you go there. That's a fable. A fable is a lie. You understand? That black people don't need to believe in. You understand? And that's what Paul was trying to bring out. Go ahead.
But were eyewitnesses of his majesty.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. Verse 17. For he received from the Most High honor and glory when there came such a voice to him from the excellent glory. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased.
Exactly, man. Look, man, once again, For we have not followed fables, man. Don't follow no fable. If you black, Hispanic, and Native American, if that Christian church, that Catholic church telling you lies about hell, don't believe it. You already in hell. You already in cages. You already been tormented. You already been raped. You already been robbed. You understand? You already suffering, man. And we're going to get all that, man. We're going to get it all. We're going to get it all tonight. You understand? So let's get it. Let's get Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And we're going to get a little more into the hell conspiracy, man. You got to understand that, you know, Devante, he wrote the Divine Comedy. You know what I'm saying? You can look this up yourself. You can look it up on your own time. Divine Comedy. You will look it up and you will see how he wrote the 33 chambers of hell. You can read all that. You can read all about it. And it's all made up. It's not in the Bible. Hell, you can't bring out one description of what Christians say hell is like. You know how, like, okay, you know how, like, people bring out, like, I've been in hell. I seen what it's like when I died and I came back. Y'all saw those type of people before, right?
Come.
That's was always here. That was here. Divine Comedy made that. You understand? Devante made that up. And Christians, even if they don't know it, they bringing it up because it was put in their conditions. In you know what I mean? So you got to realize that it's all made up. You know what I mean? But you can read about it in the Divine Comedy. You know what I mean? By Devante. You know what I'm saying? And Thomas, he helped push that too. You know what I mean? So go ahead. Yeah. And and also to furthermore too, right? It was a great schism, right? But between the Neri and the Galapi. You know what I'm saying? Galapi, that's where Devante was on. He was on the side of the Galapi, right? And the Neri, a war against the Neri and the Galapi. He was on the side of the Galapi, right? And the Neri was where black people was ruling the church. They was off too, but they was ruling. But they was overrun by, you know what I'm saying, the so-called white man. So go ahead.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 28, written in red. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Now we got to slow it down. Read it again, Baba Kasha. Yeah, Baba Kasha.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Exactly. Now we got the world hell now, right? So now, don't fear the ones that can kill the body, fear the one that can kill the body in the soul. Who can kill the body in the soul? Right? The Most High, right? So that's who you should fear. But they don't want you to fear that. You know what I'm saying? Read it again.
And fear not which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body.
Now hold up. Why do it say kill the both body and soul? Why do it say that? Why it say fear that him that can kill the body and soul? Because you can't take the body to hell, Christians. Right? That's what you gotta know to defeat the hell conspiracy, man. You can't kill. You can't bring the body to hell after you die. Why is it saying fear him that can kill the body and the soul? Go ahead. You can't take your body when you die. You can't take your body when you die. Your body is still left on earth, and then your spirit go to another dimension where the Lord is at, where He deal with you, where He placed you back on earth. But if you give it up to a Christian, he would say you get punished where in hell, in a fiery place where Satan is at, and you got to do it forever and ever and ever. Go ahead. Read on.
Verse 29.
Yeah, please.
Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing?
Now read it again. Baba Kasai.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Right. Now, where do we get punished at? Both body and soul. Go ahead.
On earth, right?
Right. How? How do we get punished with the body? Because it's saying two different things, right? So you got to explain the body and the soul. Go ahead.
Basically through the things that the trials the Most High put us through in life that strengthen our body and strengthen up our spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go through something like losing a loved one or even being tested in a difficult situation, and those things can strengthen up your soul, strengthen up your spirit as far as how to deal with situations as well as your body. But it's the same thing if the Most High is going to throw you through the fire, then your body and your spirit could be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You could be a person who's lived a life that's abused physically and abused spiritually.
What is the spiritually part? Come on, bring it in. Come on now. You got it. Bring it in now.
Abused spiritually, like growing up in a Christian church.
How can that destroy you?
Full of pedophiles
and how would that mess up? I'm trying not to give it to you.
Because it basically turns you away from the Most High.
And then what do you become?
A sinner. And
then else, what do you become? When you see those people walking down the street talking to themselves, what is that?
They could be getting strung out on drugs due to the Christian church. They could be shooting up the block, or they could be slanging the drugs, or any of those wicked things.
What it got to do with?
It's like
your soul and your mental, man.
Calm.
That's your soul. Your soul is pretty much your mental, man. You understand? When you see people, your body, you smoking that crack, smoking that weed, your body destroyed.
Right.
You being a whore, your body destroyed. You being a crack baby, your body destroyed. That's hell.
Right.
Then, on top of that, your body destroyed. Then your soul is destroyed because you're mental. Now you're mentally destroyed. Now, that's two different things. Your body, your soul, destroyed on earth. Now, you mean to tell me that after that, I got to still go suffer forever and ever in hell? Right. After that, the so-called, the oppressor put the crack in the drugs and the guns in our neighborhoods and don't have a fair shot just like the rich kid has. Right. And I'm gonna go into it. Y'all stay tuned. Go ahead. What you got to say?
No, I was gonna say, like what you're saying is so heavy, so important, because you gotta realize that following these, Christianity is the embracement of sin. You know what I'm saying? Christianity is the embracement of turning against the Most High, and it's so. What you're saying is so heavy and so important because we got to realize that with that mindset, we already turned against the Most High, so our body and our soul is already destroyed through the way we live it. You see what I'm saying? And then it's even worse because now those same people that we look to, these Christian pastors, are telling us that the only hope we have of a better life is in death. Basically, you see what I'm saying? Is in heaven or in hell. Like I know you got to worry about the white man beating you down every day or killing you, and you got to worry about your brother beating you down and killing you because whatever neighborhood you might live in, but you still got to live a good life because if not, it's somewhere worse waiting. You know what I mean? Like it makes our people feel like, what's the point of even trying? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So what you're saying is like extremely important.
Read it again, Baba Sean.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Right, because our oppressor got the advantage to kill the body and the soul one at a time, right? Can't do both, but the Most High he can do it both, man. You understand? Go ahead. You got something to say? Go ahead.
All I said, that was it.
No, go ahead. Huh? Go ahead, read on.
Verse 29.
Yeah, please.
Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing?
And also, this what you once again, like I said, what you got to realize is that how it's not an unjust God if He allows, the rich boy and the poor boy to have the same advantage. Meaning, you put the poor boy with all kind of disadvantages with drugs and a bad community, and a rich boy with a good community that don't have to face none of these evil things and don't have to go through none of these things, and now they got the same advantages. That's not a just God. So you got to realize that that's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. That hell is a place where you go underground because of the things that you decide to do. That poor boy going to decide to steal, obviously, but guess what? If that rich man was poor, he would decide to steal too. You get my point? That's why Satan said to Job, why did he say to, that's why Satan said to the Most High, take away all he has. Let's see that he will be righteous then. Right. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, Job, he held his own, right, but that was one out of a 1,000 or whatnot. You can't do that. That's why roles is gonna be reversed. That's why the second shall be first, and the first should be last. You know what I'm saying? It goes. I ain't gonna get on to that, but let's get it. Let's get more on it. All right, let's go. Let's get. Matter of fact, let's get Deuteronomy 32 and 22. We're gonna get what the fire is. We're gonna get what his fire is, because Christianity want to make it like fire is just fire. Fire is when God is mad at Israel, man. When God is mad at blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man.
Come.
That's what fire is, man. It's not like you ever had you hot? I'm hot right now, man. Right. What that mean? What that mean when you hot?
Pissed off.
You pissed off, right? Somebody got to catch this what? And hell, yeah, exactly. Somebody got to catch this hell. Somebody got to catch this hell. Who caught this hell? blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man.
Right.
Those are the ones that caught this hell. Those are the ones that's in hell. Man, ain't in hell. Africans ain't in hell. You want to say they in hell because they ain't got water over there? Michigan ain't got water either, Africans. Sorry to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got clean water either. We got to fend for our water too. What else you want to say? You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 22. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell.
Into the what?
Unto the lowest hell.
Into the lowest hell, man. Come on, man. That's how you know. Once again, his fire. Read it again, Salakia.
For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell.
So start a fire. You got to start a fire to get a fire. Go ahead.
I got a question.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
About this verse. So, there's some Christian denominations that that have a doctrine speaking about how there's multiple levels of heaven, multiple levels of hell, etc. And earth is one of the lowest levels of hell. Mind you, one that I know in particular, as far as a doctrine that teaches it, is the Mormon Church. Because, like as I've shared before, my mother's side, they Mormon. So, and they teach that earth is one of, if it's not the lowest hell, it's the second to last. Yeah, no, it's the second to last hell. Because actual hell, where the devil is, with the pitchfork in the tail, according to them, that's where he dwells. So, how would I, if I were to come across a Christian that believes in that multi-layered heaven and hell, mind you as well, they got names for it too. It's like terrestrial and celestial and terrestrial and like crust toothpaste and all other nonsense. How would I go about debunking that with the scriptures, with like with the getting rid of the different levels of hell and stuff like that? Because right here, it already says the lowest. I know what it means by the lowest level of hell, but how do I explain that within the scriptures, though?
Yeah.
To the common folk. You understand my question?
Yeah, I understand. I understand completely of what you're saying. Christianity, just like Dante, they got it from Dante. You read when you go read Divine Comedy, go look it up right now. You put it, and then you go get the book, and you can read that book, and you're gonna read how Devante, he had a dream, right? He had a dream about this, right? And he wrote it. He put it out to the public, and he put it out to the rich of Israel, because the Galapi and the Neri was going against each other. The Galapi won, you understand? And the Galapi, Dante was on the side of Galapi. The Neri was black folks that ran the church at the time, but they lost to the Galapi, right? And once they lost to it, Dante didn't like how that church was being ran. They was doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So guess what he did? He had to make a lie to make them behave, because it was rich. He had to make a lie to make them behave. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put it more simply that, you know what I'm saying, that you can, you know what I'm saying, get it, right? I want you to look it up yourself. You know what I'm saying? That he had to make a lie, and the lie was, although you live in good on earth, you can die and go to hell. So he made this place up. He said it was 33 chambers of things like that. You know what I mean? And they believed it. Go ahead.
If I may, like even in, because I'm looking it up.
No, go ahead.
Dante, his name is Dante Alighieri.
Yeah, yep. I gallery or something like that. Yeah.
It says talks about like I was saying with
The chambers,
the different levels of heaven, because it says that there's 9 circles of heaven that are an allegory from angelic hierarchy using the planets of our solar system as names, including in the order the moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Our solar system.
Listen,
So
he had to
he's
change.
also the author of Dante's Inferno, correct?
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same story. Yeah. He had to change. He tried to change it. He had to change the ways of his people, because his people was living. Because to believe in that hell is on earth was far fetched to people that was rich. You can't tell a person that hell is on earth when they're already goddamn rich. So he had to say, although you're living rich on earth, you will die and go to hell and live out your punishment. But that's not a real place. He had to do that to change the ways of the where the church was going. Because as you know, when the heathens get in the hold of this type of thing, they go left with it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was gonna say too, if I could,
Go ahead.
like one more thing too that cut the whole 9 dimensions of hell and the story of Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
You know, like when you understand the scriptures and you had the precepts for reincarnation, you know what I'm saying, that pretty much cuts the whole idea that of the 9 realms of hell and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We got a cycle of what happens, how you die, your spirit goes, let me come back 4 generations later. Like we have those precepts right there, and that pretty much cut the whole Dante's Inferno thing as well, since that's biblically, you know, the breakdown for what happens in death. You know, like it's no other. You can't find any punishment in going to a different realm in the scripture. You know, it's always a punishment being casted out on earth. You know?
Yeah, and we gonna get all that. Y'all bringing it out, brother. You know what I'm saying? Even go ahead.
Oh, so like I said, I was gonna say too. And if you look up the story of Dante's Inferno, like it's based off the original hell. Even any like, 'cause I know like a lot of Mormons like to go to Google for all their sources and everything. But even Google will tell you that the story of Dante's Inferno is fiction.
Yeah,
you know, it's not real. So like,
yeah,
like they can go to Google and cut themselves. They want to look at their own story. You know what I'm saying? Look at the 9 dimensions, like the whole thing where it came from. Like any internet source will tell you that entire story is false.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Even the book will tell you that. That's why you got to read the book. When the book will tell you that but Christianity is so much of a special breed that even if all this information out there, they don't get it. You have to tell them that. It's just frustrating that you have to tell them that time after time again. You know what I'm saying? But we know in the house of the Lord, in the ISUPK, that we will not follow fables. We will not follow stories. Just like, oh, my cousin died. He or she's still on the earth today. No. She went back to the Lord to get reincarnated back on earth, man. You understand? That's how it is. But to pull your point, all right, this whole story, this whole breakdown is gonna pull it. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to decipher what you need and what you don't need. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you know too though. But let's get Deuteronomy 32 and 22.
Count. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 22. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase.
And shall consume the earth with her increase. It ain't say, oh, another dimension, another hell,
right?
Another place. It said what? Earth?
And shall consume the earth with her increase.
Exactly. Because you're gonna realize in this breakdown that I give you, is you're gonna realize that the judgment is where?
On earth.
On earth. Go ahead.
And set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
And set on foundation Say it again.
And set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
And exactly. He sent up, and the foundations and the mountains was the Israel, the leaders of Israel. You know what I'm saying? He brought us into many captivities. You know what I mean? Egypt, you understand? Rome, the Persians. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's setting the foundations on fire, man. Go ahead.
You want to go on to
Yeah.
verse 23, sir?
Yeah, Baba Shah.
Khan, sir. Verse 23. I will heap mischiefs upon them.
Uh-huh.
I will spend mine arrows upon them. It's like it. I will spend mine arrows upon them.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to destroy the wicked of Israel, man, that don't want to be righteous, man. Because, go ahead. He's gonna destroy the wicked of Israel, man. In 1 hour, he said he's going to destroy the wicked of Israel, this world, Babylon. You understand? Go ahead.
Khan, verse 24. They shall be burned
And the heathen. Both all together, they're going to be stubble. Go ahead.
Verse 24. They shall be burnt with hunger.
Who's going to be? This is talking, once again, this is talking about hell, right? It said hell previous before, right?
Khan.
So you do realize that this is talking about a condition. This is talking. Read it from the top again, so they can understand. Because I need them to really get this.
From 22.
Yeah, Baba Gashab, 22.
Khan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, verse 32 and 22. So like,
go ahead.
for a fire is kindled in mine anger.
A fire is kindled in his anger. Go ahead.
And shall burn unto the lowest hell.
And burn to the lowest hell. Go ahead.
And shall consume the earth with her increase.
Uh-huh.
And set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
Uh-huh.
Verse 23. I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spend mine arrows upon them. Verse 24. They shall be burnt with hunger.
How's we burnt with hunger? Who's burnt with hunger? Your soul can't be burnt with hunger.
Right.
Your body burnt with hunger. The Haitians burnt with hunger, eating dirt chips.
Right.
What they call it?
Mud pies.
Mud pies. Mud pies is burnt with hunger.
Right.
You ain't listen. America burnt with hunger too. A lot of people don't want to think about it. We burnt with hunger too, man. A lot of Israelites was hungry as a kid too, as well. Although y'all might have had a good life. Y'all probably had a good life, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember, you know what I'm saying? But like, for the most part, burnt with hunger, man. Y'all got, you know what I'm saying? We burnt with hunger, man. Go ahead.
And devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust.
Hey, so like, hold on. Hey, Israel, Mo, you's a coward. You don't got no, you got no breakdowns. You got no body. You got no. You listen. You just on a laptop and computer or whatever you on, and just saying things. You won't say it to our face. You understand? You can come up and try to debate us or anything like that. We want all the smoke, but you got to realize that you can't just put things in the chat thinking that you know what I'm saying, hard body, or thinking that you're a prophet of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to prove that you're a prophet of the Lord. You're a coward in my eyes as far as you just texting online. So with that being said, we're going to continue to know what hell is. Hell is blacks and Hispanics going against you for teaching the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hell. Hell is your own people don't believe in you. You know what I'm saying? And believe in other people. But go ahead, read it again.
Verse 24.
Yeah, Bible said.
They shall be, this is Deuteronomy 32 and 24.
Uh-huh.
They shall be burnt with hunger.
Who's burnt with hunger? I can guarantee you that these other nations not burnt with hunger. And burnt with hunger, like I said, You can't be burnt with hunger in hell when only your soul should go to hell, right? Your soul not hunger. Your soul not hungry. You only hungry due to your body. This is talking about a condition and how much we're going to be in the condition of, just like in Deuteronomy, it says that we have to look for food and clothes and things like that from other nations. And you think other nations going to give it to you easily? No. Go ahead.
And devoured with burning heat.
And devour with burning heat, man. Go ahead.
And with bitter destruction.
This is all symbolic to how the Lord is going to be mad at you and put you in this condition. You understand? It's not talking about a place. It's talking about a condition and what type of condition you're going to be in. You understand? Go ahead.
And with bitter destruction.
And with bitter destruction. Go ahead.
I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them.
I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them. What that mean? Go ahead.
Is that talking about our enemies, like the white man, and like the way the white man will hunt us down? Is that talking about?
Something like that.
Something.
Go ahead.
Or is it like kind of like with how does the gnashing of the teeth of our enemies?
Nah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it for y'all. I'm gonna get it for you. It's talking about our slavery. There's all this is talking about. The anger of the Lord is the slavery, right? He's gonna put us in slavery, right? And talking about all different type of captivities. That's what it's talking about. Deuteronomy 22, all the way down. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about his anger, his slip, what he's gonna have, how we're gonna be hungry, how we're gonna be suffering. You understand? It's talking about that. And read it again.
I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them.
What's the beast? It's talking about, you remember when they used to have us in the arenas? Doing what? Going against those lions and tigers? Exactly. It's in the Bible, huh? What we lived through and what we already lived through is in the Bible. That's in the Bible, man. Hell is in the Bible, and it's what we lived through. You understand? Go ahead.
With the poison of serpents of the dust.
And just like how we was in the wilderness and we were getting poisoned with all type of serpents and couldn't help ourselves, you understand? Until Moses came and helped us, told us to look up. All shall be saved. And who's all that? All should be saved. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You understand? Those were the ones that could be saved. Those are the ones that the Lord had mercy on. Although we was getting bit up and hit by serpents and things like that. Go ahead.
Are you going to read verse 25, sir?
Yeah, please.
Verse 25. The sword without and terror within.
And terror. What's that terror, man? Go ahead. Speak on it. What's that terror, man?
Say that terror within is like fear of ourselves. Like we basically, it say sword without. That means like, because like we call the sword the truth, right? Like the Bible. So it's not having our sword and fear within is basically we walking around basically like the way we are. The way we walk around today, every day, afraid of the world.
Exactly.
Scared deep down. Not knowing what's going to come next because we don't have no type of sword to defend ourselves. No sword, no leg to stand on, basically.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We in terror day in and day out. We in terror. We in terror day in and day out, man. And no one's here to help us but Yahweh, man. No one's here to help us, man.
That's right.
And it's messed up, man. And what you got to realize is now you got to be that protection for your people. Can't be no goddamn Israelite that's, on a computer saying Hispanics is not Israelites. You're a coward and you're homosexual. Go ahead.
Come. Shall destroy both the young man and the virgin.
You said what?
Shall destroy both the young man and the virgin.
What that mean? Go ahead. All right,
That's making a distinguishment between, he's saying a young man, so that's basically a man that's of marriageable age, a woman that's of marriageable age, and then if I may just step a little further, then it goes on to those that are of supple. So it's saying of all ages, which that in itself is letting you know that, if I may,
go ahead.
That a virgin is not someone, a woman, or even an individual, period, whether it's male or female, that has not had sex, but it's a virgin in this context is a woman who is of marriageable age, and they will receive it.
Exactly. Now go on.
That terror, and that's why.
Now go. You said what?
Oh, they will receive that terror. That a woman that is of marriageable age.
Yeah, those.
Everything in between a woman that is of marriageable age to the baby that is still suckling, just to take it a step further, Salaki. But I feel like that's important to bring out. Go ahead, Salaki.
Anybody that's an Israelite is going to suffer.
Right.
Just know that.
Right.
Age ain't got nothing to do with it. I know what you're saying with the virgin and whatnot, but age ain't got nothing. That's why I said to the young man, read it again.
So like, I shall destroy both the young man and the virgin.
And the virgin.
The suckling.
The suckling. Who's the suckling?
Baby.
The babies. Exactly. No age ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
All ages get it.
Right.
We all get it. Go ahead.
I was going to say, this scripture precisely shows the importance of Israel following the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Like, the fact that
they got to follow the Most High, right?
Come.
Yeah,
like, it's extremely important. The fact that us not following the Most High, like provoke him to an anger where he just like, I don't care if you got old with gray hairs or if you suckling. You see what I'm saying? Or if you a young man or whatever the case. Like, I'm killing everything basically. I'm putting everything through the ringer. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's
but why is he killing the babies as well? Why is the babies being born a crack baby?
Because the babies aren't innocent. The babies
why?
Because we all been here before. The babies said back then the same way we sinned in this life.
Yeah.
Our children sinned in their past life.
Yeah.
So none of us are really innocent unless turn back to the Most High for repentance.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But it just goes to show the importance of our people making sure that we keep the law. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the fact that the Most High can be provoked to anger to where he don't want to spare nobody. You see what I'm saying? That should be enough of a wake up. So like that should be enough of a wake up call to us for us to realize how important our job is. You see what I'm saying? Because our job is to be rulers and to be leaders on this earth.
He do want to spare us, right? I got to cut you off right there. He do want to spare us, right?
Come.
But you know how that song goes? We don't want to be saved. we low-key don't really want to be saved.
Right.
A lot of times, right? You know what I'm saying? But he do want to spare us. We are his apple of his eye, you know what I'm saying? And he do want to save us. And he will. And he do. Time after time again. And he give chances. Time after time again. You know what I'm saying? To blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Not just the goddamn Negroes, whatever that means. Go ahead.
No, if I may, I was saying not spared in the sense of everybody gonna catch the hell basically before they say, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like we all gotta be here in this condition in America before Christ returns. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that the fact that even children got to be born into this wickedness. You see what I'm saying? The fact that even the young and the old got to take part in the wickedness of the white man just because we didn't keep the law. You see what I'm saying? Like, that should be enough to show our people the importance, you know what I'm saying, of keeping the law. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's important to keep the law, man, like he said, because you can say, oh, you can commit all type of evil and then be like, okay, I'm going to kill myself and I'm going to be done with it. No, the Lord is not mocked, meaning if he say he's going to do something, if you do this, he will do it. So you ain't going to be able to get out of that situation. He will make you come back on earth to fulfill what he needs to be fulfilled, which is your punishment, man.
Right.
Which is your punishment. Go ahead.
It's like, shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also.
The suckling also. Why you think it's people that's born without arms, legs, crack babies, born in dumpsters, born whatever, in every lifestyle, man. Born with shit. I would anything with heathens is hell, I would say.
Right.
You understand? That's hell. Because we sinned against the Most High. Go ahead.
The suckling also with the man of gray hairs.
And the old man. Old man don't get out of this. Oh, you know how you look at the old man and be like, man, he don't need to work no more. Nah, what happened? That old man had to work. That old man had to put some work in. You feel me, right? That old man had to put some work in. Go ahead.
You want me to continue to verse 26, sir?
Yeah, Baba Kasha.
I said, I would scatter them into corners.
Uh-huh.
I will make them, I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among them, from among men. So like,
any more on that?
that was the end of 26, sir. You want to read 27?
Well, let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9.
Okay.
Baba Kasha. Once again, man, hell is on earth, man. We're going to get it.
27.
Say it again.
You said Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, right?
Yeah.
You said 27 and 9 or 1 and 9?
Ecclesiastes 1 and 9.
Oh, come, sir.
1 and 9. You see what this?
You want to read it?
I got to get you there.
Oh, come. I'll wait for you to get
Hey,
it.
Israel, Mo, whoever you are, man, look, let me tell you something. Come see us, man, if you got a problem. If you don't, get the hell on, man. And where your teachings at? Listen, I don't deal with heathens. I deal with blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. If you calling any one of my brothers a heathen, then you a heathen. You know what I'm saying to me? You a heathen more than he a heathen. You understand that much? So get that right. Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be.
The thing that which has been, which shall be. The thing that which has been. So anything that has been is which shall be. Meaning the ones that, go ahead, read on.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Exactly. So what shall be is what shall, like, you got to realize people that's on this earth, what shall be, go ahead, read it again from the top.
Come. Once again, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be.
Say it again.
The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be.
The thing that already been is which shall be, meaning that it ain't no new thing under the sun, man. The thing that's going to come We already know it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? The Lord already know it's gonna what shall be. Go ahead.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There ain't no new thing under the sun. No new thing under the sun. You have to realize that if it ain't no new thing under the sun, the people that's is here right now, it's already been here. And if that's the case, why do Christianity say that you're gonna die and go to hell or heaven forever and ever to fulfill your life, whatever they say? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come back on earth. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say, do you want me to read verse 10 and 11 as well? Because they both go with the top.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us.
So you gotta slow it down if you want to let them hear it. Go ahead.
From the verse 10 again. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new?
Ain't no new thing under the sun. Once again, it ain't nothing new. Meaning men. It ain't no new thing under the sun, man. We've been here before. So if we've been here before, that means we don't have to go to goddamn hell to lay out our punishments. We lay out our punishments right here on the goddamn earth, man. Why the hell is the white man on top and we ain't? Because he's strong, because he's cool, because he's smart. We made every goddamn thing. We did every goddamn thing. You understand?
Right.
Why the hell is he on top? Because we are playing out our punishments on earth. Because we died, and then now we got to be born into captivity, into hell, into crack babies. Into dumpster babies. Any more on that? Like, yeah, y'all got it now. Y'all got any more? How we born? Go ahead.
Into gang families.
Into gangs. You know, listen, man. You know how rough it is to be brought into gang families? You have to pick a side. Not only that, it's your own people. And you can't go down a block because you would get killed. That's hell lot.
Right.
Because you can't go anywhere. You're in a cage. Try to go to that corner store. You're going to die. They don't realize that, all right? They don't realize that, Shalom. You know what I'm saying? Going down the block is hell because you will die. Now, a rich person, they can go through all their neighborhoods, go to the lake, go to their stores,
right,
and nothing happens. They're in heaven. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that they'll still go shoot up a church or a high school or something. You know what I'm saying? Even with all of that glory, they'll still have the audacity to think they're going through something. You know what I'm saying? With their riches and go and still go commit mass crimes.
They will do. And you know what? Yeah, they will do. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Go ahead.
Khan. It had been already of old time, which was before us. Verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things.
There is no remembrance of former things, because like this is why we don't say that we old prophets in the Bible, because there's no remembrance of old things. You understand?
Right.
You can't say that you this and that. There's no remembrance of that. Right? You can't say that you Jacob. You can't say that you Moses.
Right.
You can't say that you King David. Everybody want to be King David. I don't know why. When they know they not that tough. They know they're not that tough, right? They know they're not. You feel me? They want to be King David. Like, you're not that tough. You're not. Stop it. Right?
Neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Verse 12. I, the preacher, was king over Israel in Jerusalem.
Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 9.
Come.
You gotta realize too, like the Lord don't change because He wants us to come back to pay out our debts. To pay out our, like, you can't hide away from His debts, man. You're gonna have to pay out His debts. You understand?
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 9. Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit.
Is this Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 9?
This is Ecclesiastes. You want Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiastes?
Go to Ecclesiastes.
Yeah,
let's get no thing under the sun. No new thing under the sun.
Oh, no new thing under the sun? That's like that's the book of Ecclesiastes. That's what you just read. We just read that, sir. That was the book of Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, if I'm not mistaken.
It's another part of it too.
You want okay?
Yeah, it's So go to 6 and 9. It's see the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It repeats itself too. Don't get it twisted.
It's like 6 and 9 or 1.
6 and 9. 6 and 9. Let's see what it's about. Come on, let's get it. So do this. He's a coward, all right. He's a fucking coward. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 9. Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. You want to read verse 10?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come. Verse 10. That which hath been is named already.
That which has been is named. That which has been is named already. So that which has been, that person that's coming onto the earth is named already. So the Lord already know what your name is. The Lord already know what you're gonna be. The Lord already know what it's gonna be. Go ahead.
And it is known that it is man.
It is what?
And it is known that it is man.
Read on.
Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Verse 11. Seeing there be many things that increase vanity, what is man the better?
Hold on. Let me get this. All right, let's get Ecclesiastes 6 and 10.
6 and 10. Come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 10. That which hath been is named already.
Once again, that has which been is named already. Go ahead.
And it is
so
known.
We already, like the people that's like the Lord don't change, man. You got blacks, Hispanics, and then bring Indians on this earth already. Go ahead. In that they on this earth, and whatever they do right now is what they have done in the past.
Right.
If they Christians and going against Christ and going against the Most High, going against ISUPK, these are the same people that went against Christ.
Right.
You on somebody live going against, they teach, those are the same people that went against Christ. Because guess what? ISUPK is the home of the truth. Go ahead.
Come. And it is known that it is man.
And it's known as the man. Go ahead.
Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he.
Uh-huh.
Verse 11. Seeing there be many things that increase vanity. What is man? The better? For who knoweth what is good for man in this life?
Hold on. Yep, go ahead.
All the days of his vain life, which he spendeth as a shadow.
Let me get Matthew 4:22. Let me get Matthew 4:22.
Con.
Real quick.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And they immediately left the ship and their
No, John 4:22. Slack.
Con. This is the book of John, chapter 4, verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
Uh-huh.
We know what we worship.
This is Christ speaking, man. He's speaking to this African man. Go ahead.
For salvation is of the Jews.
Salvation is of the Jews, man. Salvation is of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. It ain't say Jew. If we just one people, man, it will say Jew. Like, why don't you just say Jew, right? You feel me? Like, it's blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Don't think that it's just about one set of people. You know what I'm saying? It's about blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. It's all of them, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. Oh, slack. Verse 23. For the Father seeketh such to worship him.
Uh-huh.
Verse 24. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him.
Let me get Ecclesiastes 6:10. Baba Kashar.
God, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
I didn't even want that, but I want to bring that up. Go ahead. Read it again.
Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
Yeah, some friend is good when it benefits them when they eat meat, meaning like these fake Israelites, they say that Native Indians and Hispanics is not their friend and things like that. But reality, they only doing that because they're sellouts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to add on that? All right. All right, no sweat. But all right, let's get back to what we was talking about. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Slack. What scripture did you want?
Ecclesiastes. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 10, 6 verse 10.
Slack. That's what you just read.
Ecclesiastes.
Oh,
verse 6.
Ecclesiastes?
Yeah,
Oh,
verse 6 verse 10. Yeah.
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 10. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man.
It is man. Go ahead.
Neither.
So we ain't come from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to realize that when we die, we come back as men. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can you use this scripture also to cut people who try to say that you can be reborn as a tree or a
Exactly. You ain't gonna be born. You're gonna be born as a man.
Right.
A woman gonna be born as a woman. A woman is a woman, and a man is a man.
Come.
The Lord ain't got no confusion going on there. Go ahead.
Come. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Verse 11. Seeing there be many things that increase vanity, what is man the better?
Do it say judgment under the sun?
La.
All right, get judgment under the sun, all right? Let me get John 9 and 1. Right. Let me get John 9 and 1.
It's like it. Did you want judgment under the sun first, or?
Yeah. Let me get that first.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And moreover, I saw under the sun
Uh-huh.
the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of
He
righteousness.
said what?
And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment,
He saw the place of judgment.
that wickedness.
The place of judgment is not held under the ground. Go ahead.
That wickedness was there,
That wickedness was there. He saw. Go ahead.
and the place of righteousness.
In the place of righteousness. Go ahead.
That iniquity was there.
The iniquities was there. Go ahead.
Verse 17. I said in mine heart, the Most High shall judge the righteous
Uh-huh.
and the wicked.
He should judge the righteous and the wicked.
For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work.
And there's a time for every purpose and every work, man. And that's under the sun, right? Because it said under the sun, right?
Come.
Read it again, because I ain't hear you.
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun.
Under the sun.
The place of judgment.
What's under the sun? Go ahead.
The earth is under the sun.
The earth. Go ahead.
The place of judgment.
The place of judgment. This is where the judgment is at. Not heaven, not hell. It's on earth. Go ahead.
That wickedness was there.
That wickedness was there.
And the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Uh-huh.
I say in mine heart, the Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked.
The Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked, man. On earth, man. Not nowhere else. Magically. Let's get John 91. Let's get John 91, Baba Rashad.
Come.
We're going to get it, man.
This is the book of John, chapter 9 and verse 1. And Yahushua passed by. He saw a man which was blind from his birth. Verse 2. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?
So the disciples asked him, like, who did sin? Did his parents? Because you can suffer for your parents or for what you did. But this particular person was blind since birth. So that's why they had to ask him. So if that's the case, Christians, why was he born blind? Was it him? Or was it his parents? Either or, you have to explain that he had to suffer for what his past life was. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Yahushua answered, neither has this man sinned, nor his parents.
See, and Yahushua answered, nor he sinned or his parents sinned. Go ahead.
But that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him.
All what he had went through his whole life is so that the Lord, so Yahweh can get praise. You know what I'm saying? So you can know that the Lord is is strong, that the Lord can heal. That's why he was born blind. But you can use this as a factor, as a example that you can be a simple person and be born disabled, or because of your forefathers, what your forefathers done, you can be born disabled too. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was gonna say what you're saying is so heavy because, I hear people all the time like, like in this particular generation, or should I say my particular generation, it's a lot of people that say, there is no higher power or things of that nature because if it, in a emotion, they say, well, if it was, then why is it babies lying dead in the streets? You know what I'm saying? And this particular scripture explains why right there. Like his disciples asked, who did sin, him or his parents? But if he was born since his birth, then the only way for him to do sin is if he was born in the past life, right? Yeah. So that's why you have babies that could be dead in the streets nowadays, or babies that's born with ailments nowadays, and things of that sort, because they receiving that judgment because of their past life. You know what I'm saying? So this is a heavy scripture.
Let me get dash thy babies against thy stones. Let me get that. And we're going to realize that these are not talking about, listen, what you brought out is heavy. Shut them out. I want to get it now. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 9. Happy shall he be.
Happy shall he be. Who is he? Christ.
God.
It's not us. It's called by Christ. Go ahead.
That taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
And dashes thy little ones against thy stone. You understand? Why? Because those are the same people that killed him, that destroyed you.
Right.
You understand? These are not new babies. He's not wicked like that. These are the same babies that he couldn't get a chance to kill because they killed him.
Right.
But we're gonna get more in. we just gonna go on. John 9 and 1.
Con. This is the book of John, chapter 9, verse 1. And as
y'all following me though? Y'all get what I'm saying though?
Con.
I hate that y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 9 and verse 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
Yep, he saw a man that's blind from his birth. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents? That he
Why he said so? He's blind for birth. Christians, y'all gotta really look into this. He said, like the disciples saying that who did sin, his parents or him. Now, a baby can't sin. He's a baby. You don't know what the hell he's doing. But you do know what you're doing if you was a grown man and you died and you had to come back. So, once again, who did sin? This baby or his parents? But the Lord, once again, Christ said, neither. It was just for me to show the Most High power. Right? Let's get Matthew 11 and 13.
Con. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 13. And it came to pass, when Yahushua had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities.
This is Matthew 11:13.
Slightly.
Yeah. Let's get Matthew 11:13.
Verse 13. Slightly, sir.
No, it's right.
For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. Verse 14. And ye will receive it. This is Elias.
Say what?
This is Elias.
What is this talking about? Go ahead.
This is basically Christ talking about John, and he's saying that this is the same man from the past, Elias, right?
Elijah, yeah, exactly. So why Elijah ain't in heaven right now and just living out his life? Because the same people come back on earth. The same people come back on earth. You know what I'm saying? Read it again.
The book of this is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, and verse 13. Or do you want to read 14 again or 13?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if ye will receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come.
Exactly. They saying John is Elijah. You know what I'm saying? Meaning reincarnation is real. Meaning that you're going to be put back on earth to do what you got to do. Meaning that hell is not a place where you go and die and suffer. Go ahead. You got to use the bathroom?
No.
All right. That's right. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 14. We're going to prove where the place of judgment is at. You understand? We're going to prove where the place of judgment is at. Place of judgment is on earth, man, where it needs to be. Where it always was at, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't where you want it to be, where Christianity wants it to be. It's on earth, man. You got it?
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 13. And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever.
Whatever God do it shall be forever. God don't change for nobody. What he has on the earth is who he gonna have on the earth forever, man. He ain't gonna make no new people on the earth for nobody. Go ahead.
Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it.
You can't put to it, or nothing can be taken from it. Go ahead.
God doeth it.
And God doeth it, man. Go ahead.
That man should fear before him.
That you should fear him, man. We supposed to fear the Most High. We ain't fearing the Most High because we ain't knowing that we have to come back. You know what I'm saying? And once we know that if we got to come back and relive this situation, we gonna fear him, man. Let's get Ecclesiastes 3:16.
So like real quick.
Go ahead.
So just to make sure that I understand what it just said in that scripture.
No, go ahead.
And also, every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It's like 14. Right there. 3 and 14. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. So that's saying that nobody is allowed to add on nor take away. Correct? So, in other words, if the commandment is Y. X is the commandment, which is also the law and the statute, correct?
Say it again. What you mean? What you mean by it?
So if the commandment is that no man should lie with mankind as he does with a woman, that is the commandment.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
So with that being said, to take from or add on to, and let me pull that scripture in particular so I can actually break down break down my question.
No, go ahead.
It's a lot here. So, Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So, now, the point is with that scripture is they are to be killed. The manner of it, I guess you could say, is if you were to read up or down, I haven't seen anything that would say what the punishment actually is by stone, unless you go to another precept, which I believe the precept goes into they shall be stoned to death, right? So the commandment is to be stoned to death, correct?
The commandment is to be stoned to death for what?
For a man lying with mankind.
Yeah, that's a death system. Yeah.
Right. So that's what it is. So my question is from this is that taking away basically like the apocrypha being taken away. That was that's an issue, which is also spoken again in Revelation. And then also adding to, which like you can take for perfect example, like because I spoke on it earlier, the Mormons added on the what's the book? The Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
Simple, I forgot that's a lot. But them adding on the Book of Mormon, this is a precept for what is spoken in Revelations. Like these two precepts go together. So like that should have been my full question. So like
Okay.
with adding on and taking away, because in Revelations it also speaks about how if you add on or take from, all the curses of this book will come upon you.
Okay. So adding on and taking.
Right now we're in Ecclesiastes.
I added on and take it from, like, okay, you gotta realize, like, okay. Okay, let's just wait for the right time.
So like take for example, because like I said, my mother's side has a background of, my mother's side is a background of the Mormon church.
Yeah.
So I know some of the stuff that they get down with. Like take for example, they say it is the law to not consume caffeine, right? So that's adding on to the law. But according to 3 and 14, it says nothing can be put to nor anything taken from it. So that's what that's referring to.
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna get it more into not more or less like let the other one figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna bring that out? We gonna bring that out next class. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
Like right now, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't. But like definitely, you know what I'm saying. If you got that question I'm saying? Because I know I got some questions that is not normally asked, but I know that the ISUPK is the home of the truth, and I know that, you know what I'm saying, we gonna tell the truth. So I can't tell you, what I'm saying, like, with your question, it got to be broken down. It got to be broken down in a later time.
All right.
Nah, no sweat though.
What?
Nah, no sweat. It's all good. Let's get Psalms 18:3. We're gonna get another part of hell, right? You know what I'm saying? Because this whole class supposed to be on hell, right? And what hell really is. Hell is what we go through in a condition. Let's get Psalms 18:3. You got that?
You said the book of Psalms, chapter 18 verse 3, sir?
Yeah.
I'm getting it right now.
No, let's go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18 verse 3.
Uh-huh.
I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. The sorrows of death compassed me. And
Compassed me.
Compassed me.
Uh-huh.
And the floods of ungodly men made me afraid.
What is that talking about? Go ahead.
It's like, is that saying that like the sorrows of death compassed me? Like, as far as basically the sadness of what led, like, I'm just trying to think about it in today's terms, like things that might have led other people around you to death, that basically directed you the way you lived your life, so you don't make the same mistakes they did. And then they're saying, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. Like, basically the flood was a punishment for the wicked. Is that basically saying, like, the things that the wicked had to go through made you afraid so you wouldn't do those same things?
Read it again.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18 verse 4. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid.
Go ahead, read it again.
And the floods of ungodly men made me afraid.
Who is this talking? Who is this talking? It's King David talking. What happened with King David? King David was battling, going through. He was fighting heathens, and he was fighting people of his own country. You know what I'm saying? And he about to explain how that feels. So I'm about to show you how when you fight against your enemy, and then when you fight with your own kinsmen, that's hell. So he about to show you how that feels. Go ahead.
Verse 5. The sorrows of hell compassed me about.
Read from top.
Oh, somebody from verse 3?
Yeah, please.
This book of Psalms 18 verse 3. This, I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I
call upon the Lord that is worthy to be praised. Go ahead.
So shall I be saved from my enemies.
From my enemies. Go ahead.
This verse 4. The sorrows of death compassed me.
It's all around me. Go ahead.
And the floods of ungodly men made me afraid.
And ungodly men made me afraid. His own countrymen. Go ahead.
Verse 5. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of
it's
death.
What? No, we speaking about hell. You gotta replay that part.
The sorrows of hell compassed me about.
he felt like he was in hell, man. That was a condition of King David. He felt like he was in when he was running from heathens, when he was running from his own people. That was hell. Do you realize what hell is like when you run? Have you ever ran from your own people and run from the enemy at the same time? That's hell. You can't go nowhere. You can't stop nowhere because everybody recognize you. You understand? That's hell. Go ahead.
The snares of death prevented me.
Uh-huh.
Verse 6. In my distress, I called upon the Lord.
In my distress, I called upon the Lord. Go ahead.
And cried unto my power.
And cried unto my power, the Lord Most High.
He heard my voice out of his temple.
Uh-huh.
And my cry came before him, even into his ears.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth.
Listen, that's hell, man. What the Lord, King David showed you what hell was. Hell was battling, can't go a block away from your goddamn own house because you got your own kinsmen trying to kill you. That's hell. Hell is even when you do decide to go to the store and get something to eat or do this and that, heathens decide to kill you. That's hell. Hell is a condition. Hell is being terrified. Hell is being scared, man, day in and day out. That's what hell is about. Right. Anybody got on it?
Somebody, you want me to continue reading, sir?
Yeah.
Khan. Verse 8. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his.
Let's get some. You got Psalms 9.
Psalms 9 and
15.
Khan.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, this is like chapter 9 and verse 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid in their own foot taking.
Salaka, hold on. You say it again?
Khan, this is Psalms chapter 9 and verse 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made.
The heathen is sunk down in the pit that they made. If the pit is about hell, listen, heathens can't make hell. Like, you got to realize that a pit was originally, like, they will say that that's what hell is. Hell, a pit is not hell. Due to the fact that this scripture saying that what?
The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made.
The heathen is sunk down in the pit that they made. The conditions that they made for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, now the heathens is sucked down into that.
Right.
The heathens is sucked down into what they tried to put on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what it's about. That's what Christ tried to come back and do, is flip the whole script on what they was trying to do on us, is to flip it on them. And that's what Christ did, man. And you got weak leaders saying that, want to put out there that it's okay to sleep with white women, to do this and that. You got people. Go ahead.
Oh, so like I was going to ask, would it be safe to pull this scripture as well, like talking about basically
like with everything the white man did, how now they turned on each other, and they the ones that put their own rules and laws in place, and now because of them, they turned on each other. Like what did we say? To put in scripture, like they stuck in their own pit that they made. Like they built a hole, and because of what they put in that hole, they fell in it themselves. Like kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of.
Yeah, they fell in on their own self.
Right.
They what they had in store for you. Now they gotta be put in. They about to suffer for it. They're going to be in slavery. You understand? That's all it is. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it one more scripture, all right? We're gonna get one more scripture, right? Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 7. 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 7. We're gonna get that, right?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 7. And he said unto me, if I shall ask thee, how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, or which are the outgoings of paradise?
Listen, the angels mentioning, you know what I'm saying, 3 different issues. He's saying Ezra's how he would answer it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You want me to read to verse 8, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 8. Peradventure, thou wouldest say unto me, I never went down into the deep, slugging, nor as yet into hell, neither did I ever climb up into heaven.
Why he say he never went down to the deep and neither to hell? Because to go into the deep is hell. Right. Like to go into the hood, to go into the ghetto is hell. You understand? Go ahead. Yeah.
Verse 9. Nevertheless, now have I asked thee, but only of the fire and wind, and of the day wherethrough thou hast passed, and of things from which thou canst not be separated.
Let's get Jonah 2:1. We're gonna get going into the deep and going into hell is a goddamn that's hell, man. Going into the deep, going into hell, man. What's going into hell is. Go ahead. Let's get Jonah 2:1. Yeah, go ahead, man. Jonah chapter 2, verse 1.
The book of Jonah, chapter 2, verse 1. Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly.
Out of the fish's belly, go ahead.
And said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord. And he heard me.
The Lord heard his affliction out of the belly of the beast, out of the hell that he was living in. Go ahead.
And he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried
Out of what?
I. Out of the belly of hell cried I.
Out of the belly of hell. He cried out of the belly of hell, cried I. So the Lord heard him too. Because he didn't listen to the Lord. That's why he went into the well. Go ahead.
heard is my voice.
Uh-huh.
Verse 3. For thou hadst cast me into the deep, in the midst of the sea, and the floods compassed me about. All thy billows and thy waves passed over me. Then I said, I am cast out of thy sight.
Uh-huh.
Yet I will look again toward thy holy temple. The waters compass me about,
Uh-huh.
even to the soul. The depth clothed me round about.
Uh-huh.
The weeds were wrapped about my head.
Exactly. Like, look, those was all, he had to go through all type of hell in situations and live through that, you know what I'm saying? And now he know what hell is. When you don't listen to the Most High, that's what hell is, man. You know what I'm saying? That much? All right. You understand? With that said, pass the class over to priest and officer. All right.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK starting out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shut themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After a 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, be found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Mashra, which means tenth in the Hebrew, 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest. Not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upholding complications, make sure that you log on to ISUPK.com and look up your respective schools' bulletin board to find out about any information about upholding convocation, or you can contact your respective camp leaders for your region. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, you start wearing all black boot shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. May Israel Major, which means to stand. May Israel Major Shabbat, Major, Barak, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Shabbat,